You're watching Local 5 News.
Breaking news this evening, Democrats voted just hours ago to strip Iowa of the first-in-the-nation status, replacing us with South Carolina. Members of the Democratic National Committee rules making our vote on a new nominating calendar, which not only bumps Iowa from the top spot, but from any of the first 5 slots. Here's what the new calendar looks like. South Carolina goes first, followed by New Hampshire and Nevada on the same day a week later. Then comes Georgia and Michigan. That rounds out the top 5 spots for early states. Much of the rest of the country would vote as part of Super Tuesday, but it's still unclear when Iowa caucuses would fall. Scott Brennan, Iowa's representative of the committee, today tried to convince members to save Iowa's ranking.
No mistake. Republicans in Iowa will seize this opportunity to double down on their caucuses and feed the narrative that Democrats have turned their back on Iowa. The actions taken here will be taken as a refusal to have a dialogue with voters and will exacerbate electoral difficulties in Iowa. We are creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of electoral failure and creating a Fox News bubble for our presidential candidates in which they have no opportunity or responsibility to meet and communicate with voters in red-leaning states in the middle of this country.
The new calendar still has to be provided by the full DNC. That vote will likely happen early next year, but they'll almost certainly follow the lead of the Rules and Bylaws Committee. President Joe Biden has been active in helping set this new calendar. Let's connect the dots. President Joe Biden has called caucuses restrictive and anti-worker because of the time commitment he says they impose on voters. In a letter he sent to the DNC's Rules Committee yesterday, he wrote, "Caucus rules on in-person participation can sometimes exclude working class and other voters." He's also privately told party leaders he wanted South Carolina to go first, saying it would better ensure voters of color aren't marginalized as Democrats choose a presidential nominee. The vote today has and will continue to face serious pushback. Remember, our first-in-the-nation caucus status is written into state law, as is New Hampshire's first-in-the-nation primary status, which it's held since 1920. New Hampshire officials for months have threatened to simply move up their election regardless of what new rules the DNC approves. Officials with the Iowa Democratic Party seem to be taking a similar stance. The chair of the state party in a statement says when they submit their caucus plan to the DNC next year, quote, "We will adhere to the state of Iowa's legal requirements and address compliance with the DNC rules in subsequent meetings and hearings." Wilburn also said Democrats cannot forget about entire groups of voters in the heart of the Midwest without doing significant damage to the party for a generation. Meanwhile, the chair of the Iowa GOP released a statement this morning responding to what was the proposed calendar, saying this is an unserious alternative from the unserious president and that the DNC and Joe Biden have just kicked off an utter chaos. The fight is not over. Kaufman has said over and over that Iowa's Republican Party will keep its first-in-the-nation status no matter what happens with the Democrats.